Hey, this right here is an emergency episode that we just recorded concerning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I got my boy Paul Peters, and of course Jay, talking about it. Like I said, we did this on a whim. If you guys like it, pretty interesting. So enjoy.
Guys, we just want to say right off the bat that our hearts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's family. This was a serious tragedy. And look, I didn't agree with all of his political takes, but any human life is tragic when it's taken, especially in a violent way like this. And when they're, I didn't agree with a lot of what he said, but he stood for free speech, and you got fucking killed for it. It's fucked up. So Casey's sitting this one out. He's broken up. I get it, I'm fucked up about it, and I didn't even agree with this guy most of the time. Just on principle, it's fucked up.
I agree with most of everything that he said.
Right.
It is crazy that he had two little girls, which is
probably just a Christian guy, just a dude in his 30s, just a good dude. Like, did I like everything he said? No, there were some things that he said that I totally agreed with, and it's like, so people didn't like all of his takes. Whatever. He lived his life, to celebrate free speech, and it's like people are trying to dishonor that. Fuck you.
I can't wait to find out who killed him.
Yeah, dude. If me and Casey get our hands on him.
Well, you heard they got that dude in custody and then released him.
No,
lying, I guess. Yeah. I just heard that on the news that they released him, but I'm like, wouldn't you still charge him with a crime for like tampering with
in the lobby? I see a TV just hanging. He's coming on.
Yeah, I think he's trying to log in.
We're gonna have a cool guest appearance from Paul. He runs a cool gym. I've had him on before. He's a good guy, and I think he'll have some good stuff to say about this. Yep. Yeah,
hey guys. Friday. Yeah, I heard your little monologue, man. That beautiful, man. And that's what people need to put in their intentions right now, is that this guy was a champion for free speech, whether you agreed with his politics or not. And the fact that somebody assassinated him over his political beliefs is like so against everything that Americans as a whole, not
it's un-American.
Whatever group you put yourself into. Yes, absolutely. So it's something that needs to be looked at by people right now, not to like the women that were doing the little dances before it was like even announced that he had died. Like,
disgusting.
What a despicable human being, I hope those people get doxxed, and I hope that bad things happen to them for the rest of their lives. They live long lives with terrible things happening to them all the time.
Yeah, and I'll be there at their funerals. I'll be there to piss on their graves. Like, let's see what good you've done when you're dead. I bet you don't do half as much as Charlie. Fucking assholes. Yeah.
Yeah. What's like the thing that's common amongst all like great people, right? Like whether you're an athlete or a comedian or anything, is legacy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Legacy. What do you leave after you're gone? Like Charlie was already granted to leave a tremendous legacy, and then to have this be how he was taken out almost like puts an exclamation point on that, because of the champion of free speech that he was,
He's almost a martyr for free speech.
He turned him into a martyr by doing that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, they have another thing coming, because it's like if they were mad about people speaking their mind, it's not going to stop now. Like, everyone's just going to dig their heels in. That's something people forget about Americans. Like, same thing with 9/11. If they thought that was going to scare people, no, the opposite, brings people together. It reminds us what our values are.
I think that it's like, I think Charlie was almost aware of that in his own mind. Like, he knew he wasn't probably going to run for office, but he might inspire the next person that does. And now it's like guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't know. He was only 31, man. He
had
a long way ahead of him if he decided to actually be inside of politics.
He got so much done in such a short time. It's so tragic to think about. It reminds me of how a lot of rappers die too early. Where it's like, they were 28 or 31. Like, what they didn't get to do what their lives were about. It's horrible. That's 6. I'm 26. That's 5 years old.
For the white conservative guy is 21 for the black guy in the hood. You know what I mean?
Well, like, yeah, I'm 44, and like, yeah, I mean, most people don't even figure out what they're supposed to do to their 40. If you look up a lot of the really successful people in life, like that's when their story started, was like 40. And this guy,
Yeah.
like at 18, was like ultra focused, laser focused down the field, you know?
Mm.
And yeah, look what he did in just that short time. So yeah, hats off to Charlie on his legacy.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah,
say,
Yeah.
the
just
fact
doing
that
like fucking Jubilee and all that shit, dude. Like that's a next level speaker. You know what I mean? Someone who's convicted in the shit that they believe in, and you have to be well versed to be able to go against 20 people at once. You know, it's
well,
pretty
he was
wild.
super smart and super knowledgeable on the Bible, so he would always revert back to like his points, going biblical, and then quoting scripture when he would make his points, which is like a really high mind. Like that's ultra intelligence to be able to
Mm.
pull stuff from out of everyday life and then push it back into scripture and be able to remember what numbers and everything. Like, man, that's a dedicated
On the
guy. So
spot. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They're just coming up to him and he's like, oh, how do I extrapolate? What would the Bible say about this? Yeah, it's pretty impressive to do.
It's like comedy, like wit, but in a different, you know,
It
a
is.
different
It's the
arena.
same skills for sure. He wasn't being funny. He was being articulate. But it's the same. You know, a lot of the same speaking tactics, a lot of the same allocution, the way you express an argument. Absolutely, delivery. All.
He was one of the smartest guys out there, and yeah, so
Yeah.
young, so young. I
Yeah.
don't even know what's the age. Do you guys know the age of what limit, like what your age has to be for you to be president?
I think
I
it's
know there's like that's
35.
like
Yeah, he couldn't have even run for president. I don't think. Yeah, it's
that's
horrible.
crazy. That is
Yeah.
horrible.
And I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Jesus was 33. Alexander was, I think, 32. So it's just like, it's interesting. A lot of times, great men who have a lot of legacy, they don't live a terribly long time. And it's not fair because it's like they contribute so much. They should have more longevity.
Less time to tarnish their image.
That too. That too.
Laugh at it because it's so tragic. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what plays out. Like, you know, the fact that there's still a killer out there right now, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. It is wild that they released the guy that they had initially detained.
Yeah.
And the guy, like it said, the guy was confessing to the crime. So you have to think, like, why wouldn't you charge that guy with getting in the way of the investigations? You know what I mean? Because while they're sitting there questioning that guy and fucking with him, the other guy's getting away scot free.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would somebody say that if they didn't? Like, that's crazy. That guy should be charged, put in a mental hospital, and never be allowed to be let out.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
definitely isn't
If he
walking
thinks
away
that's a
30
brag or
minutes later.
something.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Like,
Insane.
here, okay, you're crazy. Here's your padded room and your white shirt that ties behind your
Hey, we've
back.
got a
buddy.
really comfortable jacket here for you as a present for being so informative. Yeah, it's tough. You know, we'll have to see what happens, but it's sad to see people like celebrating. I don't care what you thought of him; he's a human being. You don't celebrate somebody getting murdered. Like that's just fucked up.
Did you see
like-
Did you see the one asshole, the one guy on the news that said that he thinks that it was one of Kirk's own supporters firing off a gun in celebration?
Yeah, I heard that bullshit right away. I was like, come on.
I got that clip right here. It's fucking wild.
That's so frustrating.
We'll watch it in a minute.
Almost like they know that whoever did it's getting away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying earlier. It's going to be wild to see. But you know, did you hear today? This is fucking wild because I heard this on Strange News today that there was like a sighting of Luigi Mangione, like a fucking doppelganger of him.
That's what I've been saying for a long time with Epstein, how the narrative says he didn't kill himself. Yeah, he's not dead. They walked him out of that cell and let him go back to wherever weird island he wants to be on and said, don't shoot up no more.
Did you see the new footage that they just released? The missing
like
3 minutes?
lady in the background or some shit. Yeah.
Whatever, it's just a dude in all black hat. Fucking, he looks like he might be wearing a mask, but definitely black shirt, black pants, and he fucking comes around the one side and then fucking creeps through the front.
Like that's like the thing they say, right? The medic.
It could have been anybody, yeah.
You have to tell him what you're doing, and it's like, yeah, he didn't kill himself. Like,
yeah,
say it
that's
backwards and
in
sideways.
a suicide-proof
He's
room.
still
He totally
alive.
killed himself. Yeah.
Like
And for
The
them
same
to
way that
still
those other
alive.
people
trickle down on that is
killed
wild.
themselves in other equally impossible ways. Like one of them, one of the conspirators, they found him with a knife through his chest. I'm like, no one kills themselves like that. And another guy on the list, they found he shot himself through like the neck or through the chest or something. And like, you shoot yourself in the head.
Oh, the
And not,
famous one is
it's
the web
insane.
guy.
Yeah.
Where he
Talking
shot
about the
himself twice.
In the
oh
back
yeah,
of the head.
the
Yeah.
reporter
And it's
dude.
like, oh, that's how I'd kill myself for sure.
A reporter
Yeah.
that gouged himself on both arms to kill himself in the bathtub. And then there's the one dude with the chef with the shotgun. They find the shotgun 12 yards or 15 yards away from him. He's hanging in a tree by a cord. And shot in the head with a shotgun.
Yeah. Which was
suicide,
clearly a
dude.
suicide trap they forgot to unrig. But whatever.
Well, they had like that case in Russia where the guy was the pedophile and his son, the accused victim's dad, was on trial for the murder of the guy because he was found like shot 20 times, beaten to death, and they were like, no, that's how pedophiles commit suicide in our country.
Yeah. Honorable death for a pedophile. That's hilarious.
On that shit.
I mean, that's cool though. Nobody's mad about that, I don't think.
That's fair. Yeah. That's kind of the only
but,
honorable part about prison is that they kill pedophiles. It's like the only
I've already
fair
been getting on it with people on Facebook about this shit with the whole like just disgusting human beings, like somebody's like talking shit about Charlie, and it's like, dude, like he wasn't even a bad guy. Like you can't, like, if he was a bad guy, I could see people having a problem with him, like his rival
This
out
would
there.
be like if Jon Stewart got killed and everybody
clean,
celebrated.
Squeaky clean.
Yeah, he's just like a guy with opinions. Who cares? Like, they're not your opinions. You have to celebrate his death? Like, that's fucked.
Crazy. That's
like
crazy.
Bill Burr, but he's like, so basically all you got against me is my personality. It's like, I'm a great
all
dad.
she has is me as a person. That's all she's got.
Yeah, that's wild. It's wild. What's wild is it was in Utah, man.
Well, that was like first thing I thought. I was like, Utah? That's like a random spot to have a gun violence.
There's this other dude that I watch his videos all the time on YouTube, Conservative Vibes. But he puts out like a video every day, and it's just like if you laugh at this, you're conservative. Is like the title of all of them.
Nice.
But he was at the thing, and he was dressed up like the owner of Cracker Barrel, like the lady.
Yeah.
And he like shot the footage himself, and then went and put it on his uploaded it right to YouTube. But he was saying like there that like that they thought that they had caught the guy, like the guy that they caught. They said yeah, like they had caught, like everybody's like, oh yeah, we got the guy. Yeah. Nobody thought that he got away.
Wow. Yeah, which kind of gives the guy that trying to get away the out to go get away. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
And if you see the angle that it came from, like it's from his right side, he gets hit facing him. Maybe it's his left side, but then you look at the above head that they do, and there's like these like a door. It's like a dorm building or something that's over there.
Yeah, it seemed to me like a sniper shot more than like somebody up close.
Yeah, I don't think it was up close.
I heard people saying it seemed closer to like a Kennedy kind of rifle thing than like an up close, handgun Reagan thing, which like is interesting.
Shot, man,
that speaks crazy. More to conspiracy. Yeah.
With all those people, you would know if someone around you shot a gun. You know what I mean?
You would think there would have been like yo, what the fuck? Yeah.
In Utah, someone would have had a concealed carry
makes
and
this
just
reek of a
psyops,
too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes this thing fucking reek.
Who knows, bro? Who knows, man? I would hate to think with all the conspiracies out there that those people that everybody's not supposed to talk about had something to do with it, because he was super involved with
the
them.
list we have to forget about all of a sudden.
I'm going over here and gonna do this, and they were like, "No, you're not."
Yeah. God.
Shots fired.
Jeez.
It was just one shot, just a shot fired.
Yeah, crazy, dude. One shot, one kill. Like that's the thing, dude.
And most liberals suck at shooting guns, so like, You'd think they'd need a lot more bullets. That's why it seems like a conspiracy. Like, it was a very clean hit. Like, if it was some, pink-haired, like, libtard, they'd
No, it's
probably need like a machine gun, right?
like he came out and like he had just gotten out on stage, and settled into his position,
Yeah.
like before he started debating. So yeah, it was definitely like, everybody's eyes are this way,
Yeah.
so nobody's looking this way back. Yeah.
Yeah, like a shooter firing from probably an elevated position, lying in wait, like sniper kind of thing, or at least like a rifle distance, it seemed like. I don't know.
But what's crazy is like I'm not like an expert shooter. I shoot here and there, but like I know that you have to like evaluate the wind when you're shooting long range. So most guys don't hit the target the first shot. They shoot at it and they see where they're off, and then they make their adjustment. So yeah, the one shot is pretty remarkable, like pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about, like a very professional, orchestrated something that was set up to make sure that that's what happened.
Yeah, that there was not going to need to be a second shot, and that this was going to be a critical thing, and that it would be fatal. Seemed like,
well, then
very
I think the next shot, you're going to die. But it's not like a straight headshot where you're like out instantly. You don't even, you know what I mean? That's like a pretty, you don't even know you're dying there. You get shot in the neck, you know for about 2 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a terrible way to go. You just bleed out. I feel so bad for the guy.
Like,
it's awful.
Yeah. Oh my god. That just gave me the chills, dude. Because I'm thinking like it would feel warm, but it would probably feel cold.
Yeah, that's gotta be fucking insane.
He's just trying to make this country better, just promoting free discourse, which is what our country was founded upon. That's the First Amendment. That's how important they thought it was. They made it the first one.
Yeah. Like you can't call yourself American if you don't believe in the first principle that we have. Yeah. Get the fuck out. Like one of these liberal chicks was like talking shit about that, like cheering when he got announced dead. And I was like, I just wrote on her shit. I go, I bet you smell terrible. Like you fucking nose ring, fucking blue-haired, lesbian, nasty fucking piece of shit.
The lesbians that abuse their partners. The domestic abusive lesbians.
Smell. The only thing that people will remember is the smell. That's the only thing you'll leave is your legacy, is the smell.
Yeah. People will go near chairs you've sat on and go, what the...
Ooh, I need to wipe this off.
Yeah. Who was sitting here before?
Then I challenged some guy to go to the dojo.
Yeah, honestly.
I said, however you want it, buddy. I will strangle you. I will hit you. I will put you night-night. Like horrible people, man. Like, and like on like the same thing, I had like a honest, like the dude that posted this stuff. He's like one of these derangement Trump haters, like completely out of his mind. Everything relates back to Trump. And and I got into it with a guy on there that's like that was like his like comebacks or like something about Trump, dude. And I'm like narcissistic response. Blah 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 Trump blah. I was like, you win. Like bless your hearts, like fuck.
Some people have just completely lost it, and it's like, look, it's kind of like the presidential cycle is like an open mic. It's like maybe you don't like the person on stage right now. They're gonna get out of there in a few minutes. Just wait for the next guy. Don't heckle them. Don't fucking, it's so annoying. Just be a good sport. As if Republicans loved Obama or Biden or Kamala.
I don't think anybody would have cheered, though, if dude was shot in the head on TV. I don't care which side he was on.
I know. Some of it, they go a little bit far, where it's like the Democrats, the way they shit on Israel, the way that they cheered when Trump got shot in the ear. The way that they cheered about this.
Watching Destiny get his head blown off on live television might be pretty entertaining.
Well, I mean...
Oh, God.
But just Destiny. Just that motherfucker.
Is Lindsay starting some ruckus? He's muted.
Oh, my God. That dude is such a LARP. Like, he doesn't live in reality. And, like, all his arguments are so retarded when it comes down back to reality. Like, oh, that's a good point until you actually look into it. And then you're like, yeah, you're stupid. Like, he comes off as a smart guy. and I hate to like say this about Jordan Peterson because he's brilliant, but he talks with big words, like Shapiro kind of does that to try to like
Yeah.
elevate himself on you, and
They
they
both
just kind of like
they big
talk
themselves
in
up. Charlie
circles
Kirk
more than
was
they.
down to earth.
Yeah, Charlie was from the people, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
he was 18 years old and saw that college was a joke and that he
Yeah.
could do more impactful things as what he did with Turning Point, and that's where he, like I said, what a laser focused human being. Like when I was doing the fighting, I was talking about the young kids that I got to compete with. You know, like I was proud of these little guys for being 20 years old with something focused enough to show up and do a fight. You know, like I'm 35 and having to have that mental focus finally. You know, like so, hats off to them. One of those guys just reached out to me off one of my videos trying
Wow.
to get back into the fighting. Yeah, he's like, I
That's
fought you
awesome.
9 years ago. I was like, that's awesome. But yeah, like you know, like to find your thing at such an early age and it actually work out for you is super impressive because most people, you know, you go to college with an idea, you show up, you find out that that idea ain't gonna work for you, so now you got kind of an openness, and then you go in a direction that you never really saw yourself in before. No, this dude was like 16 years old in the classroom, like, what am I even doing here?
He saw through a lot of the world's pretentiousness and like, you know, I'm not as far right as him. I'm probably in the middle politically, so I get upset at both the parties. But I loved the way that he always treated the people he was talking to with respect. He would ask questions. He didn't talk down to them, even when they would come in with crazy ass questions or mean nonsense or totally talk down to him. He'd always be respectful. And like, that's, I mean, it's sad because that's dying in this country. And, you know, like, I think one of the best ways we can honor him is try to keep having civil discourse.
Absolutely. Yeah, 1,000% on that, man. That's like how I responded to the guy that initially posted the thread. I was like, "Hey, bro, I respect you uh, as a person, and I think you're an intelligent human being. So, like, what's your response on how should we go from here to make this better or affect it?" And I was like, before we say anything else, I was like, would being more on the board of like, let's get the mental health stuff under control for people, where there's an out and there's a way to like help these people that refuse to help themselves, or is it back to let's just take away gun rights and let's move in that direction? And you know what I'm saying? Like he responded, but his first thing was like, "Thank you for like this is the type of response that I'm looking for. Is somebody to be civil and ask the question, what's the solution from the other side? Because we know
Good.
our solutions. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
like we have to live together, so we need your input to have a true solution, so that we both walk the earth together with the civil discourse that has to happen. Because
Yeah.
you know, we can't have violence in the streets because I don't know about you guys, but I got kids and people get crazy over their kids. So you can't just be running around being wild when people got children. You know, like you're gonna
Yeah. We
step
all
on
lose when that game starts.
that big elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about, the American gun owner. Yeah, you guys start fucking wilding out in the streets, you're gonna find out people love their children and their property, and it ain't gonna fly for long if you go off the hinges. It ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
fly. It ain't gonna be President Trump and a bunch of tanks. It's gonna be your fucking neighbors, like the Civil War, where they talk about brother killing brother. If we can't have peace, there's gonna be a means to an end, and that end is what we saw today. And that's bullshit. We're better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the American spirit that Charlie talked about, the American way of life that I just watched something where it's posted on my Facebook right now, where he's talking about, you know, the American dream is to be able to have kids and own a house and grow old and those things, you know, be able to worship your guy in the sky however you feel appropriate and be able to extend your love to who you want, you know, like that's the American dream. And that comes with the freedom of speech and the freedom of property ownership and the freedom of, you know, searches and seizures. And the big one nobody wants to talk about, the gun
Yeah.
ownership. You have to have all these things in place to have a free society that's willing to
Yeah.
come to the table and be civil. And I
And if
always tell
people,
people
yeah,
there's a good example of people getting along, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's traffic.
Yeah,
Because if
we
we
have to
were
get
all just a
along there.
bunch of assholes, what would be the point of having lights and cops pulling you over for anything? There wouldn't be speed limits. We'd just be like, well, then drive at your
Yeah,
own risk. You know what I'm saying? No,
that's what it's like
we
in
have
China. They're all such
a
bad drivers.
cooperative.
It's just like,
Yeah, you ever seen Chinese people go up the escalator? One side of them that don't want to walk up the escalator stand on one side, and the people that want to go are in a hurry can go up the other side of the escalator.
hell yeah.
It's beautiful to see because it's like thousands of people going up the escalator, and this side is just going up, and this side is actually moving, and they cooperate with that. They're
It's
cool
the
with it.
Yeah,
opposite,
they
opposite of
just
how
know.
75 works here.
Respect.
Anyways, good. Let's watch these 2 videos real quick.
Yeah. And what they
Look
did
at
after
Europe
that
right
is go
now.
after intellectuals. They went after the education system. So, it's just interesting that Charlie wanted to teach people stuff. He wanted to talk, and he was silenced. It's really horrible. I wonder if
Well,
it
I
was
mean,
Epstein or if it was the gun control lobby or what.
like I say, if they take away the guns, that's the first step. Look at Europe right now. Look at Australia. They're throwing people in jail for tweets and shit.
Yeah,
Right. Britain
we
is
did a
jailing
segment
people
about that
for
on the last podcast
nonsense about trans
UK,
people.
the guy in the UK.
Yeah. It's like,
Which is
look,
wild.
I
That
should
dude
be able
lives
to
here.
say
He
what I
lives in,
want
like,
about
Phoenix.
it.
I
This
grew up in the
isn't
80s, bro. If you didn't have tough skin, you didn't survive. Like, yeah,
right.
you
This isn't
were.
North Korea. We can say anything we want here. Like that's what Western civilization is founded on.
But that's the point, is that you could say, you can't act, you can't incite people to act, you can't do violence. That is like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the definition, and especially if you add because of political XYZ, that turns
Yeah.
into terrorism.
Right.
Like that's
No, and
the
it's
definition of terrorism. So if you do something, if you punch a Nazi because you don't like his political beliefs, you just committed a terrorist act. I mean, I'm, not encouraging people to be Nazis and shit, but
Have you seen the shit in LA that's going on?
what's now going on in LA? I know that they sent troops there a while back, but
Yeah,
Jesus.
they were having lots of protests and
Play
stuff.
this,
Russell
talking
was
about
over
what's
there.
going on,
He was
and
trying
he
to
had a
escort the
complete
president through some
different
stuff.
perspective. Go ahead and play this clip.
Someone asked me if I support the protests
Is that
that are
right?
going on in LA. I 100% do. Please keep going. Burn down your own backyard if you must. You know why? Because this right here is the greatest campaign ad that this side never had to pay for. Y'all motherfuckers out there in Los Angeles throwing a full-blown fucking tantrum. Like y'all just crawled out the Rio Grande, screaming death to America. In a country that gave you the fucking freedom to do that shit. You were born at Kaiser Permanente in Burbank. Stop it. You ain't no Chapel from Pasadena. You ain't cartel born. You were Target born with a Costco membership by age 5. Half you motherfuckers protesting ain't even Mexican. You're American with Mexican heritage. And a tattoo of the Virgin Mary you got on a Vegas bender. Don't get it twisted. I respect the heritage. But flying a foreign flag while shitting on the country that gave you the fucking freedom to do it, that's not pride. You don't even go to fucking Mexico unless it's for spring break in Cancun with a passport you got from the U.S. government. Boom. And you won't go live there. Why? Because you like your DoorDash, your 7-Elevens, your air conditioning, and your freedom to scream dumb shit without a cartel rolling up on your motherfucking ass. And let's be honest, ain't nobody screaming death to Mexico while flying an American flag through Guadalajara. You know why? Because that's how you end up in a back alley, starring in Cartel TikTok Season 3. Meanwhile, the rest of America is sitting back watching you block freeways during rush hour, destroying businesses, wearing $300 fucking Jordans, screaming about injustice, in the city with the most social programs and diversity hires in the fucking country. Y'all are the political version of throwing a Molotov cocktail at a fucking Prius because you're mad about gas prices.
This guy's good.
So listen, I'm not mad you're passionate. I'm mad you're dumb. And your dumbass behavior is helping the other side more than a Trump rally in Texas with free brisket. Every time y'all riot, loot, tearing up your own shit, you're just birthing another red voter.
So-
Yeah, he's fucking 100% right though. Yeah, I have to get some more of that guy's shit. That was the first one I saw. I saw that today. It's fucking good.
Well, I mean, it's coming to a head with everything because we can't have this lawlessness, man. People getting away with shit. Like this dude has to be caught. This is like, is like the whole campus locked down still? Like, are they looking for the guy actively now? Or are they just like, oh yeah, 10,000 people walk away. It's cool.
Dude, I watched it for 45 minutes after I scrolled all the shit and watched the videos of all the shit happening preliminary, and that's when I heard that they released the dude, but then they were just doing the fucking Charlie Kirk said, and just roll into every different news anchor who was saying like the same exact shit. So I turned it off for a minute.
Right.
Had to make dinner, so I haven't heard anything new yet. But it'll be interesting. Like, you know, it is wild that some crazy, like, you know, diversionary tactics always happen. Like, there's just all this talk about the fucking Epstein list and, you know, its non-existence and people being outraged about that, and then like fucking disclosure of aliens and shit. It's like, all right, well, let's just throw them a little here, fucking distract you with this one real quick. You know what I mean? Like, that's why like some part of me like thinks that this, you know, it's just, it was such a perfect shot to like make a meaning, dude. It's like so close to the vocal cords. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude made a living with his mouthpiece, bro. You know what I mean?
Like it was like instead of shooting him in the heart or the head, they shot him in the throat.
I mean, in the head is a convenient death. Like, you go right out the throat, you're like, you know.
Well, the sniper triangle is your nose, behind the ear, and the direct back of your head, because that's the same place we can't punch you in MMA, because that's where your whole nervous system attaches to your brain.
You hit that right there, you're gone. There ain't nothing you can do to stop the bleeding, and you can't breathe either. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's your Abdullah Magada or whatever the fuck they call it. Like, your ass ain't even gonna squeeze the trigger if you get hit there. Boom. And like I say, through the nose, they call it the triangle. It's like through the nose, right behind the ear, or right in a direct little playing card that you're not allowed to punch in the back of the head. So that probably was where they were aiming, and it went low. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I was thinking, that it could have been just because it's the first shot and there was only one shot.
So instead of hitting him here,
hit the neck, here. There's no reload. Take the second shot, because I've seen that's a bold action shot. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you see blood, if you see red spray, if you see pink in the background, you gone. You hit target.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're thinking about getting out of there.
Yeah.
You're like, cue the patsy to say I did it so I can get away, dude.
And you know, they're not going to release this early because the guy's not caught yet. What caliber weapon was this? Was this just a normal like AR or AK size round, or was this a 50 caliber?
I don't know. Like, that's what I want to hear about the ballistics, bro. But the one thing, like, I know the left is going to try and spin this and say like this is Trump had him killed to divert the Epstein shit or some other bullshit. But the other thing is, like, think about this. What about like a fucking trained shooter that's fucking like an Antifa dude, man? You know what I mean? Like, you've seen a lot of these guys.
Like I say, I told that to my girl earlier today. I said it was either an ex-military or current military. There ain't no other around that one. It was either somebody that was trained and ain't there no more, or
if it's another trans one, that's gonna be wild, dude. Think about that. It's
better have been in the army.
Yeah, dude, they went to the army and then turned into a chick, and now he's lost a debate to Charlie Kirk. Now he's coming back for revenge.
Man, and that's the worst thing is, like, that dude would debate you. He had an open mic. Come get in the mic and ask me a question, and we could talk about it. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these guys you see, and they're even in like debate content, it's all like formatted. You know what I mean? and
definitely,
and it's never like long, like a extended version. You know what I mean? Like long format type shit.
That's like what I noticed.
He'll fucking break someone down for 20 minutes, or he would. You know what I mean?
Like a freestyle rapper almost, you know, or like one of these comedians that pulls out people out of the crowd and just dogs on them. What do you do? Bam, like slap in the face, you know. But man, yeah, I lost my thought right there. It's all good though.
Yeah, I ate a couple gummies earlier, so.
Yeah, no, like the whole thing with Charlie being willing to debate anybody and go hard. What I've noticed, like when we were talking about Destiny earlier, this is what I was thinking about. Was you know, he'll make his little like boom points that he's like looked up and found. But it's not like he can like expand on that or go into any other details. Like you hear him always bitch. Like I've watched a bunch of Andrew Wilson like destroys these dudes left and right.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys that
he's the dude that can think and articulate.
Well, it's like
Destiny he just recites facts.
Well, like as the ball goes down the road, you might jump off to a different subject. And if you're truly in your beliefs and what you're arguing, you can go and talk about anything because I believe what so you could bring me into any room and let's talk about it. And my beliefs are going to let me have an opinion. But when these clowns that are just paid puppets like a Destiny, they have to know what are the questions that we're going to talk about so that I can bring up my little boom points and then move on. And then that's like, I can eat up some time and we can put in an hour and you can give me my 20 grand and I can go home. Like that's what people don't understand. This is a business to those people. Charlie Kirk, this was a lifestyle. And that's something like, you can equate that to anything you want, that
It was his
a lot
calling.
of
He
people
believed
do,
in what he
a
was
lot of
doing.
people do shit for money because they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
No, he
A lot
had
of
just started
people
that
don't do what they
Turning
want.
Point Foundation or whatever.
Did
it
you
was.
guys see when Charlie Kirk took down Hassan? That was awesome. I fucking hate Hassan. He's always anti-Israel. They had this debate and like Hassan was talking about how great socialism is. And he was like, name one time socialism has worked. And he's like, the Norwegian countries. He's like, okay, so that's one exception. Name any other time that's remote. He goes, and by the way, they have a really high suicide rate. So he goes, name like anything
And
else.
another thing that people don't want to say either about a Norwegian country.
Yeah. What?
I mean, what are you going to do there? It's freezing.
Their population percentages.
Yeah, it's homogeneous. Yeah, let's not pretend that that's like a fair comparison to
So I'm
other
just going to say
countries.
this, not to bring up what color they are, but the fact that they're all mainly the same color
They're the
makes
same
it a lot
fucking
easier for
culture.
them to say, I'll help that dude out. Those will benefit from me being lower
Japan,
and they'll
too.
have a way up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's a big part of what people don't want to talk about. And especially like a country like that. How many of those people's grandpapas and their grandpapas grew up there? Unlike most Americans, like that's a point that I wanted to bring up tonight. America was formed by all the greatest people around the globe when it got able to be traveled, like really got like the steamship type mentality, and everybody could get here. All the people that came to America were like the smartest, strongest, best looking people from the villages all over the world. And when those people made children were our parents. Like the 40s Olympics was like the greatest set of people. And to like get into like dynamics of that, think about it. They were all like new to each other, right? So like have you ever seen like how like a mutt dog is super smart compared to like a inbred pure breed dog?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like America was formed by all these great minds and super strong people and stuff. And so that showed up in, like I say, like the 40s Olympics when competition was, hey, look, we can all get all the greatest athletes, whether you're in a cave in Afghanistan, you can wrestle. There's an event called the Olympics. We'll get you there. And then guess what happened? We dominated. You know what I'm saying? For years. And it's because of that, like, thing that, like I say, what makes the person on the other side of the globe in a bad situation get off their ass and say, there's a better place to be, I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying?
It's also like if people want to complain all the time about America, leave. Like I'm very sick of people like bitching about countries, and I don't know, I don't like when people shit on Israel. I don't like when people shit on America. It's like, is anywhere perfect? No, but like be fucking realistic and don't be ungrateful.
Have you traveled?
Have you been to China or fucking Iraq or like any place that isn't westernized? Because unfortunately, it's way worse. This is the best it gets, people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all those people just need to go back to fucking scratching up Teslas and shit, dude. You know what I mean?
Like there's
go back to riot in a fucking
tens of
Target.
thousands of homeless kids in Romanian subways. Like there's people being sold in Africa right now.
Every
there's people in
the
garbage
Czech
dumps in
Republic
Brazil that live across the street from fucking mansions and they pick trash every day to be able to get $2 to be able to eat. Like this world is disgusting on so many levels. And you hear Tate talk about it. Tate talks about it. Why did you move to Romania? Because the level, the access to corruption is lower there. So if I get a speeding ticket going home, it's not America where some fucking asshole cop's going to go, no, you're going to jail tonight, motherfucker. And then you got to show up in front of a judge and pay a lawyer and all this shit. You just give the cop fucking $1,000 and say, get out my face, and you go home. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, that's what the other part of the world is like. Like if you, people that know me would probably be able to pick this story apart, but people that don't, I'm going to tell this story. I have a friend that she had children with a Chinese man and she was a Filipino. Okay, and when they had children, they got divorced because Chinese men are complete shitheads and they think that they're supposed to cheat, like it's a rite of passage or something. So this chick's
That's
Americanized.
wild.
She's
Their
like,
dicks
fuck
are
you.
small and they get to cheat. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so she dipped out and came back to America with one of the children. Well, the dude was supposed to put the other child on the plane, never did. And she knew she could never go back there to get her kid back because they would kill her there. And the
Holy
dude would
fuck.
never face any fucking problems because it's that corrupt and he's rich. So
Oh,
rich Chinese dudes in the Philippines got like a pass, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
And bro, there's some fucked up shit in the world that people
It's
don't
like that in
realize unless
Singapore
they've
too.
been through it.
And
They want to live in
like
this dream world
Malaysia,
that
the Chinese
it
get to do
only
whatever they
exists
want
here in
there.
America.
Places all
Like,
over Asia are like that. There's a lot.
Yeah,
like that little
China
bubble
actually
people
runs
want to.
Africa too. They're just like cutting
Oh,
up
but
pieces of
Yeah.
Africa and just eating that shit in a wok, just frying it up with some broccoli. Just
You're bringing up Africa. Why don't you talk about the fucking mines in the Congo, dude?
yeah,
the east
bro,
part of
it's like the
Africa right
rubber
now,
mine.
They complain on
1900s.
these iPhones about, you know what I mean?
Ethiopia
Don't
right
realize
now
that they're
is
fucking built by slaves, dude, like literal slaves.
Ethiopia right now is one of the best places. Nairobi, that place is being built by Chinese money right now. It's like the best place in the world to work if you're middle class, even competing with Dubai wages and shit, dude.
Yeah,
Because it's techie, so everything's like new and integrated to be like the new travel spot, you know?
wow,
Ethiopia is wild, dude. They still have like the Book of Enoch in their Bible. And it's
damn.
alleged like that's where like the Ark of the Covenant is stored, is in this church in Ethiopia. Have you ever heard that story?
Well, there are
Yeah, up
Jews
in the
in
mountains.
Ethiopia, and they think that's the lost tribe of Dan, because 11 tribes of Israel went
Yeah,
into Israel, and one of
yeah.
them got turned around and ended up in Africa. So that's how people think that happened.
Yep. There's also like Knights of Templar stuff going on there and shit too.
Yeah.
No, I've seen that. I've seen a documentary or whatever on that village, on that church that supposedly
Yeah.
holds the ark. Yeah, it's way up in the mountains and shit, bro. Yeah,
It's
it's
been
wild.
guarded by like one dude like spends their life after they
Well, like
turn
you
like
have to know the
20.
way. Where the
And
fuck is it
fucking then
at?
he sits there and he guards it, sits on the steps for like his whole life or some shit. It's gotta be a cool dude. You know that dude's
Yeah.
got stories, bro.
You only walk from this tree to that tree, and like the whole village only walks from these trees, and then they
Well,
like
I'm
go
sure
back.
you could if like
So
you
nobody
get
knows the
visited
whole
by
way.
like all kinds of crazy Indiana Jones type motherfuckers like trying to find the Ark of the Covenant and shit, you know?
Well, it's wild because like remember that movie, the Indiana Jones movie, with the old man, the last one, the good one. I can't think of what it is.
The last good one?
Like the one with Sean Connery is his
The one
dad.
before
Like the first three, the
before the
last one of
Skulls
the
one?
three.
So it's the Crusaders one, the Lost Ark, and the Temple of Doom.
No, it's not.
So Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and then what was the last one?
Doom is number 2.
What was the other one? You just
Temple of Doom is number 2. Ark of the Covenant is number 3.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, yeah.
One.
We
What's
go and find the Holy Grail and the old
Raiders of
man.
the Lost Ark is Mary. And then the blonde chick is in Temple of Doom, and his dad's in
number 3, which is
Ark
what?
of the Covenant.
Yeah, the number 3 is the one I'm talking about. When they
There's
when
no
they
Indiana
go into
Jones
the
in the Ark
room,
of the Covenant.
when they go into the room with the chalice and the old Knight Templars in there, he tries to swing the sword at him and shit.
I thought
Well,
it's like
that-
the Last Crusade, that one.
The Last Crusade, that's the one.
It's
So
about the Ark of the Covenant.
that fucking
Turn
temple,
around, Charlotte. Don't
that
shoot
temple
me.
that they shot that shit in, bro. The Taliban blew that shit up back when they had control of Afghanistan.
Yeah, we
That
were
was like
just
that was like a
talking about
2,000-year-old Buddhist thing, and this relates back to what we're talking about with like Charlie. Like you have to respect other people's shit, man. Even if you don't agree with it, if that's not your thing, dude, you can't just walk around breaking their fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody cared about
No,
that.
well, that's
Somebody
the same people calling everybody fascists and Nazis are the ones that live by
are
these
truly
certain meanings, dude. Yeah,
I call them
You
hypocrites.
don't like somebody, so you shut them down, dude. You know what I mean?
I call them hypocrites because they don't stand on the fence and stay on the same side of it for anything. They jump oh, this is good for this today. Okay, that's where I'm at. But like I say, if they don't have their little boom points, they'll jump on the other side of the fence if that's where the boom points are at. It's like silly how fake they are, you know.
Yeah,
But man, this is going to raise a lot of awareness, I hope, to people not holding back and saying what they got to say as far as that goes. You know, like if we don't stand up for it and we don't cherish what we got, they're going to take it away. So if people start getting scared to talk because of a bullet to the neck, then they won. Like,
yeah, that's what they want.
so they
Which,
can't silence us all.
if that's not how you install fascism, then tell me how you do it.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
the road
By
to
making the
tyranny
people
starts with
scared
taking
to
a
speak
weapon.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean he said that shit. It's like prophesizing that shit. That's literally why I think like there's some significance, there's some like meaning, some fucking, I don't know, esoteric occult shit going on here. Like there's always more than going on. You know what I mean? Like that's why I think that shot in the neck is symbolic, dude. I just have this feeling.
Like I say, I just feel like they were going for this and it went low, and it was right this way, but it wasn't right this way, you know. So.
Well, either way, I don't think that that's some outraged Mormon kid, like hidden in his dorm room. You know what I mean?
Like I say, it was either ex-military or a current military.
That's a dude that's been trained to shoot. So, yeah, I'd like to know like you said, the caliber of the bullet.
Yeah, because if it was a bigger caliber, he could have been farther away. So the shot, he could have already been moving off the top of the tower before the crowd heard it. You know what I'm saying? So like you might have seen him get hit, but not registered in your mind. And then you hear boom, and then you look, and by the time the boom happened and you looked, there's nobody to see. So that will be interesting to see what the ballistics of the rifle. Was it a big caliber hunting rifle like the AK rounds or a sophisticated round, you know?
Yeah, lots of questions about that. You know,
because I've seen these sniper rifles. I mean, I know you've seen them from back in the day. They had on like these stupid shows on the History Channel where they had sniper bullets that will follow, and if the person gets in front, they can divert it. Well, then if they can divert it, they can make sure that they hit target. You know, that only makes sense. Why else would you be able to divert it unless you had to chase the motherfucker to him?
What about this? What if that dude got shot by a drone?
Man,
do you know what I mean? I mean, you don't think I guarantee that's possible.
I want to say that the drones, even when they shoot like that, they're more like dive bombing. Like you hear them come down, and then once they get in a certain range, they pop off, pop, 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 pop. So
it would be wild to be able to line up an exact thrust against the ricochet or the pushback from the gun shooting. You know what I mean?
Well, just because of this, with the technology on the drones, from what I've seen and looked up, is that they have like algorithms that don't let them sit in one spot for any moment of time, and there are random movements so that they can't get sniped. So something can't take them out because they're constantly like going here and then going up, and then it's all random. It's not like they do a 5-star jump. They're doing here, and then they'll go over here, and then they'll go 2 foot this way and then up. And so if that's the case, then that would be really hard to get like a sniper shot off with the wind and everything. But who knows? Who knows, man? I just hope by the time that we get off this, that they've got somebody in handcuffs in it. I want, for some reason, I'd rather this person be caught alive so that we can listen to what he has to say.
Man.
Because I don't want to have
for some reason that shit just never happens.
They wrote this, they said this. What does this dude that did this have to say?
Then there's always a Jack Ruby with a Jolly West behind him.
Oh man, you ain't lying.
Saying, dude?
that happened in Louisiana. I know all about that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, shit, we close to an hour.
That's awesome, bro.
Make sure.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like we had that miscommunication last time, but we're here now, so.
Yeah, man. It's a for some reason they won't let me send another link. They make you use the old one.
Oh, that's fine. I found it
But
right away.
I think it's just because like it's a one-way invitation, because like no matter whether I want you to come on or not, if I'm recording and you just happen to fucking click that link, like you can always just
Just jump in on you.
crash the podcast, yeah. But shit, man, thanks for coming on. Get this outro music out here.
Hey, I just a quick question, man. I saw it was changed up on the name.
No, I have another channel. That's the conspiracy coroner. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a new video coming out. I'm editing now. It's on Nathan Benderson. So
Gotta start watching it, dude.
yeah, dude. I'll let you know. I'll shoot you a link when I drop this one. This one's good, man. I've researched this for like a month now.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
As soon as I dropped that other video, I've been working on this one ever since. So, but yeah, man. But appreciate you coming on. I'll be in touch with you. We'll be talking. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Comedy Coroner.